And we're back. Hey guys, how you doing? Back for our third video tutorial of how to stream on LIVIT and everything about this wonderful app that we all know as LIVIT. If you don't know me, my name is Aislinn, also known as Smilin and the face of LIVIT. So here we go. Today's video is going to be all about beginning streamers. If you're a new streamer, if you're interested in streaming, whatever the case may be, starting out, here are some of the best tips to bring your streams up to the best they can when you're first starting out and not be fumbling around with the app when you first start streaming. So to help you guys out, I actually put together a little downloadable checklist for best practices, what you should have before you start streaming, how to set up your stream, what to do while you're streaming, and just general things to remember. In order to get that, the link is down in the description. It's just a little downloadable. So click on that link and it'll send right to your email. Also a disclaimer, I do not speak for the company or its employees. So either LIVIT or 17 Media, I do not speak for them. I am just a streamer on there, and everything I'm talking about here is stuff that I've discovered from just using the app and streaming. If you haven't already watched my beginning general tutorial video, I would recommend doing that first because that'll sort of get you introduced to just the app in general. This video is going to specifically focus on the streamer side of the app, whereas the other video will focus on just using the app in general. So learn how to use the app first, then learn how to be a streamer. All right, first step in order to start streaming on LIVIT is first, you have to be contracted. Only those who are actually contracted by LIVIT will appear on what is called the hot page. This is just a way to make sure that there is really high quality content and talent on this app so that viewers are guaranteed a good stream in whatever stream they go into. If you want to start streaming with LIVIT, congratulations, you've picked the best live streaming app. And if you're someone who's streaming on another app and you're upset with them for any reason, I almost guarantee you LIVIT is better. If you are currently streaming on another app and are interested in maybe switching over, let me know. I can answer whatever questions you have about the app. If you have a certain concern with the current app that you're using and you want to maybe switch over to LIVIT, ask me anything. I will answer honestly. Now, once you are contracted, I would recommend making your username the same as whatever your username is on any other social media platform, may that be Instagram or TikTok, whatever it is. Whatever platform you have the most following on, use the same username so that when you are in your stream, you can tell people to follow you on that other platform and say that it's the same username on here instead of having to tell them over and over and over again what that other username is. But I would also recommend that you actually create your account before you even get contracted so that you can go onto the app and sort of explore and get used to it as it is. If you do want to become a contracted streamer, please email me. I'll get you in contact with the company and we can get you streaming. Just email me here. Okay, so now you've become a streamer. Congratulations, you're part of an amazing community and you're about to have a lot of fun. It's gonna be hard work, but it's gonna be worth it. So now it is time to start your first stream. First, we're gonna do the streamer setup. So I will switch over to showing you guys how I actually have my setup. Hi, Editing Aislinn here. So I made this portion of the video and it's too long. This video is already too long without this. So guess what? You get a bonus video. I actually made an entire video all about just my setup. So if you're interested in that, watch that. As for this video, all you gotta know is this. Basically making sure that you have good lighting, some way to set up your phone, and that your audience can hear you. That's the biggest thing. And then it's bonus points to have an interesting background as well because it's just enticing. If it's, you know, aesthetically pleasing to the eye when someone comes into the stream, it's gonna, like, they're gonna stay longer, you know? I also have included a bunch of links to different inexpensive streaming equipment that I found on Amazon that I recommend. The link is down in the description. But the biggest thing to remember here is when you're first starting out, you don't need all of this fancy equipment. Now, before you start your stream, I always recommend having an idea or theme for the stream. Still go into it being flexible because you're gonna wanna go with whatever direction the stream ends up going based on your viewers, but it's always good to have something so that when you first start the camera, you're not just sitting there going, waiting for someone else to say something. Make sure that you first have good Wi-Fi, or if you're out and about, you have a good cell signal. Then, hit that middle button, start the stream. Name your stream something enticing that'll grab people's attention. That title is going to be sent out to everyone who is following you. They're going to be getting a pop-up notification. It'll have the title that you put in that message. Then use 2 hashtags. You're allowed 2 hashtags per stream. They're not going to see the title on the hot page. They're only going to see the hashtag. So I kind of use the hashtag as the hot page title. Usually I'll do a hashtag that tells them what the theme of the stream is, and the other hashtag will be whatever event that I'm going for. And then you're going to pick what event you're doing. Now, when you are first starting, you don't necessarily need to focus on events. I'll talk more about strategy in a second, but if you do go for events, I would recommend going for whatever the under level 30 event that is happening at that moment is. Right now, they've been calling them Rising Stars. They've also called them Rookie Challenges in the past. They might change the name, I don't know, but always look for the event that targets specifically under level 30. So those are going to be streamers who are just starting out. Once you have all that set up, it's going to be scary, but just hit that live button. Just do it. Just do it. Now that you're live, it is time to set up the stream. There are a bunch of different settings along the bottom, and I'm going to go over every single one and tell you which ones I highly recommend you use, and the rest are up to you. So the bottom left-hand corner, you're going to see the option to comment. This is to allow you, the streamer, to comment into the stream if you so desire. Then there is the button with the little cupcake. That is for desserts. That is a relatively new feature as of December 2019. So I'm going to be making a whole other video all about just desserts, but all you need to know right now is ask people to send desserts. It's going to help your achievement score. Next, along the bottom, there's a video camera with a slash through it. That allows people to call into your stream. There is a little remote control, like game controller. That one is a little in-app game. There's the option for a poll to ask your stream questions and have them vote. Then there's the button with a little arrow. When you tap on that, it'll reveal all of these other features inside. There's the option for a banner, for different filters, the option to screenshot while you are streaming, the ability to flip between your front-facing and back-facing cameras, the share button, the button to turn on and off your microphone, so if you want to mute yourself, you can do that here, a button for the assistant, and also different audio options. So going back to which ones I think you should definitely be using, so desserts, ask for people to send desserts. Now, video call, you can either turn this on or keep it off. I recommend you turn it on, whether you intend to use it or not, because when you do, this extra little feature appears next to desserts. Once you turn the video call feature on, this feature will allow you to screen record your stream while streaming, so you don't have to slide down the top and screen record. Because when you use the phone screen recording option, it doesn't capture audio. Whereas when you use the in-app version, you allow it access to your microphone and you can actually get your audio in your screen recording. Now, other reasons you'd want to turn it on, this basically allows people to call in like FaceTime. It pops up a little small picture-in-picture frame on your stream and you can chat with people. You can either allow this to be free or charge coins per minute. The least expensive coins per minute is 100 and the most expensive is 10,000 per minute. Whichever one you choose, whether you want to charge coins per minute or allow it as a free option, people do have to request to use it in the first place, and then you can either accept or deny their call. So it doesn't just let people to call into your stream at will. Now, this in-app game is basically Flappy Bird. It's called Crazy Zoo, but it's basically Flappy Bird. So this is just a fun game for you to play. I recommend using this if you ever get stuck in your stream or you get stage fright. This just is a good backup, or it's just fun to do. I highly, highly recommend every time you come into the stream to set up a banner. Now, a banner, basically, when you tap on it, there are 3 or 4 different options depending on what events they have running. And it allows you to put up a small little message on the screen. It's pretty short, so you have to keep it concise. This is where I recommend you put your stream goal. Set a stream goal. It is important to set a goal so that people who come into your stream know what you're trying to achieve and will try to help you get to that goal. This is also where you can put your Instagram or your TikTok username, whatever you want to push people to, but that's also why I said set up your username the same as those other platforms, so you don't have to use this one banner space for a username that you can have in the top corner as your regular username. Next, what you can do is set up filters. So there are fun little filters, sort of like Snapchat and Instagram, where it puts little overlay masks on your face. There are many, many fun ones. Some of them are a little strange, but they're all really fun. I recommend using those. This is also where you can go to set the beauty settings. I would be wary on using these beauty settings. You guys are beautiful the way you are. You don't need a bunch of scrubbing away, enlarging your eyes, slimming your face. Just be yourself. You don't need a bunch of filters to make yourself beautiful for your stream. I really recommend against that. I've actually been in someone's stream before where they were using the severe face slimming setting. Whenever they would turn to the side, the app would kind of glitch out because it wasn't connecting to the points on the face, and you could see her jawline sort of twitch, and you knew that she was using this filter. So it's a little awkward, I'd say, to be wary, so it's completely up to you whether you want to choose to or not. Now, the last feature that I'm going to go over here are the little audio effects that you can add in. There is clapping, bark, meow, fart, and laughing. Now, when you hit these buttons, you on the streamer side are not going to hear them, but the viewers will. So for example, here I am going to hit the button, but from my side I can't hear anything.
But I can't hear it.
But from the viewer's side, you can hear it.
But I can't
There it
hear
is.
it.
So this is what the clapping sounds like. Barking,
Bark.
meow,
Meow.
and laughing. And fart.
And flirt. There we go.
So those are fun, especially the clapping. If someone sends you a big gift, I recommend hitting the clapping because it, it really gives them something special. So when placing your banner, this is very important. I don't know why this is, but for some reason, the banner, wherever you place it on your side, it actually appears slightly lower on the viewer's side. So for example, here I am on the streamer side placing the banner. This is what I see, but this is what the viewer sees. It's a lot lower. So I recommend to never put the banner on the top part because it will always be in your face. You can't put it high enough on the screen for it to not be in your face. I recommend putting it along the lower portion, either on the right or the left hand corner. Another thing to keep in mind, the screen is mirrored. So this means that if you were, as the streamer, to hold up something that has writing on it, when you look at your screen, it's going to be like you're looking in a mirror and the words are going to be backwards. But to the viewer, the words are going to be readable. Now, the reason this is important is because everything on your screen is actually appearing on the opposite side than you think. So for example, if you go to point to your achievement score, the follow button, the monthly point totals, and you point directly to it on your stream, it looks like you're pointing at nothing. Whereas when on your side you point to nothing, it looks like you're pointing at the right place. Pretty easy. Look at where it is on the screen, point to the complete opposite side. There you have it. That now you're pointing at the right place. But this is really important because I've seen so many beginner streamers try to communicate something to their viewers and they're pointing at nothing. And then the viewers get confused and then the streamer gets confused and there's just this disconnect in communication. If you do this, you're gonna look like a pro streamer right from the beginning. Another thing with the mirror, another thing with the game is when you have mirror mode off, like normal, the game will be flipped, which means the number, the score total, is going to be flipped and backwards to the viewer. So it's not gonna make any sense. So that's the one case I would keep mirror mode off. I highly recommend keeping mirror mode off so that if you ever hold anything up with writing, the audience can read it. Another thing to keep in mind when you're streaming is framing. So if you're sitting in the stream like this, there's all of this negative space. So much negative space. Now, granted, this is horizontal and streaming is vertical, but it's the same concept. Keep the framing on your face, upper body, whatever you want the audience to focus on. It is framed like a picture. All right, now that you've started streaming, your stream is all set up, people are starting to come into the room, it's time to pay attention to that comment section. People are going to be coming in and there's the option for scripted comments. When a viewer comes in, there's a set of scripted comments they can click on that change almost daily. When you start streaming, you might not necessarily know what these scripted comments are for that day, but it's pretty easy to figure it out when people start saying the same thing, exactly the same thing. every single day. How are you doing in the Coachella event? How are you doing in Coachella event? How are you doing in the Coachella event? I have arrived. I have arrived. I have arrived. Need something? It's pretty obvious that that's the scripted comment. So I don't usually respond to the scripted comments as seriously as I do every other comment, because I know that it's not someone actually asking that. They are just tapping on a button. But it's nice because it gets them engaging right away. The other thing you're going to see in the comments is it will announce when people enter your stream and offer you to poke them. Now, if you've watched my general tutorial video, you know what the poking means. You need to poke everyone. You get a poke, you get a poke, you get a poke, you get a poke, you get a poke. Everyone gets a poke. You want to know why? Pro tip. When you poke someone who isn't following you, it prompts them to follow you back. In order for them to poke you back, they must also follow, or they can send the pokes that actually cost coins. So you either get coins out of it, or they follow you back. It's also a really great way to just interact with people. It really acknowledges that you are paying attention to them coming into the stream. Throughout your entire streaming career, always thank every single person for coming into your stream. That means that they are taking time out of their day to be in your stream, to pay you attention. And that is a wonderful gift from them. So thank them for their time and thank them for coming in at all. I know that when you first start out, it can sometimes be a little discouraging when you don't have that many people in the stream. That's normal. You can see who is in your stream at the very top of your screen. Now, these bubbles at the top, you can see one is yellow, one is blue, and then the rest are just regular profile pictures. The blue is your guardian, which I'll go into on another video. Just know that that's whoever is your guardian. The one in yellow is whoever your biggest gifter for that stream is, and the rest are people who are actively in your stream. It will only ever show you up to 20 profiles on that top part of the screen. There can be many, many more people in your stream, but it will only ever tell you 20. So if you're sitting there going, oh, I only have 20 people in my stream, you don't. You probably have more. Also, if you got 20 people in your stream, congrats. Make sure to read every comment that comes in. These are people who are trying to talk with you. They want to interact with you. Read the comments out loud. I also recommend reading the username before reading the comment. This will also cue them in to the fact that you are reading their comment. If they're not necessarily paying attention, you saying their username will probably get their attention and they'll know that you are reading their comment. It'll also cue in people, it's not your own words. And then you can respond to it however you may. There are some times when people will read a comment and then they'll just respond and they'll be backed up on comments or they're not caught up on the comments and the viewers don't necessarily know what comment you're responding to. So I think the best practices for that, read someone's username, read the comment, respond to the comment. Then everyone knows exactly what's going on. Another thing about the comments, if someone comments in and tags another user, ats their username and it's highlighted in yellow, that comment is most likely directed at that user and not you. I've gone into a couple streams and seen streamers get very confused when thinking that those comments are directed at them, where it's actually an entirely other conversation that those two users are having between themselves in your comment section. Just know that it is directed at that person. This is good. You want people commenting as much as possible. That's engagement. That's going to increase your achievement score, and you want as high an achievement score as possible to appear highest on the hot page. Again, I go over that in the general tutorial. Watch that. Just know that the higher the achievement score, the better your stream is doing. Also in the chat, you're going to be seeing many symbols next to people's names. Don't worry about that right now. There are so many different things that that's communicating. You do not have to worry about any of that right now. Just interact with whoever is in there. Not only should you welcome and thank every person for coming into the stream, but thank every single person who sends you any points. That includes the daily single point free gifts that they get. That means you're getting an additional point. Thank them for that. Thank them for every share, like, follow, all of it. They are helping you out. They're giving you their time. So be very appreciative of everything that they are doing for you. Okay, now a couple different things to know how to protect yourself while you're streaming. First of all, stranger danger. Do not give out all of your personal information. Keep your address a secret. Just be careful. Be careful about that. If you do ever have a problem, you can block people at your own discretion for whatever reason. All you have to do is tap on someone's username and hit block. Now, if you're having a big problem with someone, what you can do is tap on their username, go over to their profile, tap on the triple dot in the upper right-hand corner, and you can report them. Now, if you have a very inappropriate comment, make sure to screenshot the comment with the person's username, and then I also would recommend screenshotting their profile, and then you send both of those images to your talent manager. The reason you need to screenshot the comment is so that they know to what severity that comment was. They can't necessarily go off just your word, and it's going to be very, very difficult for them to sift back through an entire stream's worth of comments to find the one problematic comment. So if you screenshot it, it saves them that time. It'll also have the timestamp so they'd be able to immediately go to where it was in the stream on their end to verify. Now, if it is severe enough and it does go against their community guidelines, they will take off that user and take care of it for you. They really do care about their streamers and our safety. They want to make sure that this is as great an experience for the streamers as it is for the viewers. So if you ever have a problem like that, contact your talent manager. If there's ever a bad comment, make sure to screenshot it. And this leads into just being as engaging as possible. Say hi to everyone, poke everyone, get everyone to comment and like and all of that fun stuff to just get engagement going. That is the key to a successful stream, is engagement. Engage, 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 engage. Now we're getting to the end of the video, but don't end just yet, because at the very end of this video, if you watch all the way through, I include a bunch of different advice from a whole bunch of different streamers on this app. So you'll definitely want to stick around for that. Another thing to know, this app did originate over in Taiwan 4 years ago. It started from 17 Media. It's called 17 Live over there. So there is a huge, huge Asian side of this app. It is not just the US, though the US portion is its own company that then communicates with the company over in Taiwan. So that's why we're called LIVIT, they're called 17. Now, that does mean that there are a lot of Asian users on here. It is very beneficial to either already know or learn a little bit of Mandarin and Japanese. Minimally, just know how to say hello and thank you. So for Mandarin, hello is ni hao, just ni, like your knee, and hao, ni hao. In Japanese, it is konnichiwa. Best thing to do when a bunch of people are coming in, if you can't tell the difference between Mandarin and Japanese characters, you can just say, hello, ni hao, konnichiwa. Covers them all. Then for thank you, in Mandarin, it is shishie. And in Japanese, it is arigato. So, shishie, arigato. Super easy. Someone sends you a point, you don't necessarily know who it's from, you can say, thank you so much, arigato, shishie. You just covered all of the languages and you just said thank you in whatever their language is. A lot of them do already understand English, but it really shows a good effort from your side to be showing them that you're really trying to communicate with them. Now, this app is growing, so there are many, many more people. Just in this past month, we've gotten a lot of users coming in from the Middle East. We have Egypt, we have Lebanon, a bunch of people starting to stream from all of these other countries. So there's going to be many languages on here, which means it's going to be a wonderful international world building community. Start learning your languages, guys. All right, now that you've gotten a hang of how to start streaming and all the little ins and outs for just beginning, it's time to get creative. Figure out fun events to do on your own. Have someone come into your stream, have your sister, your friend, have a co-stream with another streamer in your area. Go do fun activities. Go and show people something fun and interesting to do around your area, wherever you live. I live in New York. I like to show everybody what New York City is like. Those types of things. Biggest thing to remember is this is for fun. This is so much fun, and it's a wonderful, welcoming, friendly community. And the biggest thing is to remember to be yourself. It may be discouraging at the beginning, and you may feel like you want to do it exactly the way that other streamer does it. But being someone else other than yourself is exhausting. You do not want to spend multiple hours a day in front of a camera being someone you aren't. Being yourself is definitely the most successful way to go. Because if you're acting, people can tell. Just be yourself. We're gonna love you for it. Furthermore, if you guys ever have any questions or concerns or anything about the app, You can ask your talent manager. That is what they are there for. You can also ask me. My Instagram direct messages are always open. I'm always checking them, and I really try to make an effort to respond to people. And that's it. You are ready to go out into the wide, wide world of live streaming. I hope that these tips helped. I'm trying to make a whole series of these tutorial videos diving into every little detail of every single feature and going into details on different strategies and going over all of the different ways to help you succeed on this app. If you have any other comments or concerns or questions or anything, just leave a comment down below. Make sure to subscribe, ding dong that notification bell so you know when the next tutorial video comes out, so you'll be ahead of everyone else understanding whatever the next feature I'm diving into next is. Follow me on Instagram and LIVIT if you aren't already, and TikTok. They're all the same at Smilin Aislinn. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this helped out. Thank you guys. Most important thing, remember to keep smiling, guys. Here we go, as promised, advice from other fellow streamers on this app.
Try to remember people's names, always thank your gifters, try to be personable, don't be a fake person, try to be an authentic human being, and always be encouraging. Like, don't be discouraging to people that are sitting here watching you.
For all new streamers out there, engagement. That's engagement, engagement, engagement. Engaging with your audience. That's like one of the most important things.
It sounds obvious, but if you're not doing something that's interesting or talking about something that's interesting, it's not going to be interesting and nobody's going to want to watch you. Because I've been streaming here for almost a year now. You have to be energetic and you have to make every single person feel loved. So focus on the energy, and every single point that gets sent to you is the best point you've ever received.
Dedicate so much time to putting hours into the app. Stream every single day. Try to stream at the same time every single day. Just make everyone feel super welcome in your live stream.
Spend as much time as you possibly can streaming. Aislinn and I did 24-hour streams early on when we first started live streaming on LIVIT, and it really helped get us in front of as many people as possible. So you might want to check that out, but I don't recommend it because we almost died.
Keep positive, because I feel like the more you stream, the more people will start to follow you.
I feel like even before you start streaming, I feel like you should go to different streamers that have been around for a very long time and just start engaging with them, because that'll help you build your own following. Because if people see that you're in there and you're supportive and you give off great vibes, then they're gonna want to follow you, and you might get a shout out from the streamer, because we have such a very, very positive community. So I think what I would do is just go around to different people's streams and spread some love. Even if the love is verbal love, I think that goes a long way. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you.
What's up, new streamer? You want to become a superstar on LIVIT? Here's what you got to do. Tune in and watch other streamers. Watch how they're working the people in the crowd. You got to recognize the people that come into your room. You got to keep the conversation flowing, and you got to look sexy like this.
What was I saying? It's gonna be fun outtakes.